Hello everyone. I'm doing this video to show you how to get into the Soundbites and get your access code set up so that you can do the premium media content for this class. It seems like every semester I run into issues where people's access codes don't work, or for whatever reason they get prompted to do something in my IT lab where we're not using that at all. So I figured I'd do this video so that you could see the correct pages, the correct screens that you ought to run into when we do this. Also, I will upload a picture of the page in the textbook that your access code's found on to the ICCOC website. That way there's no confusion about which code you're using, and there's no confusion about how to get in here. So to start, there should have been a link that I sent to you in your email. If not, it's going to be this right here, this wps.pearson_evans_tech-in-action_12. If you go by your book takes you to a different page, takes you to where you have to choose the textbook. You have to click on different links, and ultimately it brings you to this page anyhow. So I figured I'd cut out the middleman and get you right to where you need to be. So on this page, right here, you see premium media. That's what we care about. We don't care about any of the other things on here. You can't access the instructor resources anyways. The Jeopardy games I don't use. You could play with them if you want, but they have no real bearing to the class itself. So you'll click on Premium Media. It's going to bring you to this page. I've already done the login, so I could log in here if I wanted, but I'm not going to because I need to walk you through this. Plus, I have to register an access code as well. The access code that you have is in your textbook inside the front cover on that very first page. So you'll click on register if you have that. If you don't have that, you'll have to click on the get access and pay $50, I think, for a code, but I'm not totally sure on that. So we'll click register and wait a couple seconds for it to come up. So the next page that comes up is the license agreement and privacy policy. I encourage you to read through it. It tells you what they're going to use, what information from you they're going to use, who they're going to give it to, that kind of thing. And then the end user license agreement, it basically tells you what rights and obligations you have with the site and what rights and obligations they have with the site. It's kind of long. Like I said, if you want to take time to read it, go for it. Otherwise, I mean, you're bound by it, so you might want to read through it. So after you've read it or not, you click I accept. If you've never used a Pearson account before, if you've never done Intro to Computers, you've never done any lab, whatever it is, my programming lab, my IT lab, my math lab, any of that, then you're going to say no to this. And if you do that, they're going to prompt you for a login name and a password and retype your password. You can go ahead and use your live.eicc email or whatever your school email address is if you want. That's what I've done. There's an option down below or later on where you can tell them don't send me emails other than this, and I encourage you to check that. So I have to click yes because I have an account with them. So right below it, this is where you're going to type your access code. If you're getting it out of your book, I would go with this, where you have the multiple boxes. I'm going to copy and paste mine in from an Outlook email, so that's going to annoy me. So I'm going to just paste it in here. And then I'm going to click next. Okay, the little RoboForm thing that pops up is a password manager. It's just going to be a thing that'll keep coming up, but it's nothing you'll see. It's just something on my browser. So it comes up, it's found my information. Um, so my name, the email address, you have to put a valid email address in here. That's why I said I would just go ahead and use it for your login. You'll fill in, obviously, United States. You'll put in the zip code or postal code for your school. So if you're with Muscatine Community College 52761, if your school is Scott Community College, then you'll put in Davenport or Clinton, respectively. Or if you're through a different IOCC online, it's the zip code of your school, not your personal home. Then they'll find your college, and these are all colleges that are associated with my zip code. So you'd have Scott Community College, Muscatine, Clinton, different ones. So this is where I said I encourage you to uncheck this just because you don't, unless you want emails from them. They don't send you a lot of emails, but they do send you emails. So then you'll click next if everything's right on that page. What you're looking for is this right here, specifically the complete. If you see introductory or you see any other things, then there's a problem. So you can click on login now. And it should log you in automatically. If not, it'll bring you back here. So when you click on this the second time, if it doesn't log you in, it'll take you back to the page where you could register. You just put your username and password in, log in, and it'll bring you to this page right here. And here's your sound bites that you're going to be doing. Now, you've got two options for sound bites. I uploaded documents to the doc sharing, and you're able to use those, and that's what I would recommend doing, so you can submit them in the Dropbox. Otherwise, if you go up here and you click on welcome and you select the chapter in here and click go, and then come down here and click Soundbite Labs, and you go through the soundbite. At the end, it'll give you the option to submit it to me by email. So you can go ahead and do that also. When you upload the other assignments to the Dropbox, though, in your comments, make a point, say, hey, I submitted the soundbite by email. That way I know to go back and check my email for it afterwards. When you're done with the sound bites and everything else, you can log out. You're welcome to go through all the other things here, but the sound bites are the only thing that's due out of this. So I hope that answers any questions that you have about how to get into the premium media and how to get your access code set up. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Feel free to call me. You may have to leave me a voicemail. Let me know when a good time to call you back is, and then I'll return your call. Weeknights, I leave for work around 8:30 p.m. and I don't return home till 5 o'clock in the morning. So that time frame probably won't be good. Best time for me is either weeknights after about 5:30 or 6 or weekends. So thank you. And again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to get a hold of me. Thanks.